Good evening and welcome to all here, those who are new or maybe those perhaps I just haven't met, and those who are joining by streaming either at this instant or in the future. Who knows, maybe in 70 years somebody will find this recording. So nobody can hear me, and that's strange because I can hear myself just fine. So I'll just move the microphone even closer. Is that better, Alesh?
Much better. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. This is the other thing we're trying to learn.
Yeah.
How to not be afraid of your own voice. I'm Bill Spangle, and this is Zopa and Dora. We're assistant teachers here. And so we'll do our calm abiding this evening with a little bit of introduction and encouragement, and a few breaks along the way, announced like that. That's our official stretch break. And actually, the mechanics of that are good to go over, because usually we hear that and then we just start stretching and we don't even notice what we're up to. So probably the first thing to do, it's great. The bell is great. It goes, whoa, so that's what I'm up to. So you start from there, and then as you wish, you can stretch your mind and your body. Let go of effort. And as you let go of effort, you can just see what happens. This is not, it's effortless in a certain way, but you have to be there to enjoy the show. I want to continue on with something that I introduced, or reintroduced, you could say, a practice that Khenpo Lodro Dönya Rinpoche offered us while he was here several weeks back. And it's a practice that allows us to, a moment to just look at the basic quality of awareness, the basic quality of knowing in the mind. Usually when we say, we use the word aware, where you could say, I'm aware of, and then it's the thing that becomes the focus. I'm aware of that. Sort of like caught in the headlights of whatever it is that we're aware of. But we rarely have an opportunity to just take a moment, just to reflect back on the basic knowing quality of the mind. And this is not reflect in the sense of think about, but just witness. So we'll do this in kind of alternating between some brief periods with that and just some basic calm abiding using the breath as an object of meditation, which most people are aware of or familiar with. And it's can be helpful to alternate like this because the practice of just allowing the awareness to turn, you could say it's almost like turning back on itself, turning in. We're used to doing something, and there's really nothing in particular to do there. So our efficient and productive mind, our habits want to do something. So it's hard to relax there without deciding to do something, to make it into a project. So we'll do that kind of briefly, and then balance that with just attending to the experience, the flow of experiences that are associated with breathing. So we'll shift back and forth. As we begin, we always recite our recitation, refuge, turning the mind, letting the mind turn away from the preoccupations of the day, the moment, and turn the mind towards what is the source of deep well-being, profound well-being. Just this in itself, if we could just let go of all the busyness and let go of our preoccupations with our own experience, our worries, concerns, our emotional, psychological style, if we could just let go of that, including just the subtle fixation on ourselves as the center of that, just being able to let go of that could be very, very profound. But we generally need to have some assistance in the process. We need to be able to rely on examples, like the example of the Buddha. We need to be able to rely on instructions, suggestions on how we might actually approach it. And it's helpful to be able to rely on colleagues on the path. So we do the prayer of refuge, turning our minds like that. And we always include others, because if we are going to step outside of our fixation on ourself, if that's a kind of a core piece of being able to deeply relax the mind and see reality for what it is, then it's critical that we actually become aware of our connection with others, aware of the commonality in our experience, and step outside of our own self-concern. Step outside. It's even helpful to imagine that our wish for the well-being of others actually can fill space. So we can begin with our prayer of refuge and prayer of awakening mind.
Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness. Until the summit of enlightenment is reached, I and all beings go for refuge to the sources of true refuge. I will now practice the absorption of calm abiding in order to release all beings from their particular suffering and establish them in lasting peace and happiness.
begin. It's important to actually meet our experience in a direct and vivid way. And this time we'll use the experience of the breath coming and going as a place to invoke this vivid awareness. Flow of breath coming and going. Arises in the background of our experience continuously. But now we bring it to the foreground. We might notice qualities of the breath. In this case, just let those thoughts pass. The thoughts about the breath are not the focus of the meditation. Sometimes we can see distraction, the distracted mind, start to take hold. Some little background thoughts start to become interesting. If we notice this just as it's arising, you can increase the vividness, tending to the experience very directly, and then relax in that. Often we will not catch the distraction, the distracted mind as it begins to wander off. And we only notice it sometime later when we see we're very wrapped up in something. In that case, we simply begin again fresh, vivid awareness of the breath. moment-to-moment flow of experience. And relax directly into it. Did you see where you were? Let go of the effort and just watch. Stretch. for this brief session. Whatever you are aware of in terms of sound, seeing, thoughts, whatever is arising in your experience, does not arise without awareness. Turn your attention back to the basic knowing, the knowing quality of mind. return to the breath. Let your attention relax into flow of experience of the breath coming and going. Again, let the awareness turn back on itself. Return to the breath.
virtue may I quickly realize Mahamudra and establish all beings without exception in this state.
It's announcement roulette.
Is that where we are with it?
Well, we just all remember different things.
Yeah.
So,
What do you know? What do you
announcement
know?
bingo.
What do you know?
What do you know? So, of course, the reminder for the grand celebration on August 5th. And it's from when to when? 12 to 6 in the afternoon, with the sit-a-thon and the book sale and the bake sale. And so we'll have sessions of meditation in the tent, and we'll have guided meditation for all those sessions with different people. So a little medley of teachers and teachings. And anything else on that?
If you are a baker and you want to bake something, then contact Linda Logan, and you can bake something, and it's all fundraising for being here. And if you have books that you want to bring, Dharma books, to be in the sale, bring them next Sunday. I assume they'll just set them in the back of the room, and the bookstore people will figure that out. And I think Tara Sullivan, who's quite a good artist, will be selling some Dharma jewelry. And what else?
People want to do
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mary
And
Woods
Mary
also.
Woods too, who
Yeah.
also makes lovely malas.
think about having sponsors.
Oh yeah. So the sit-a-thon.
Hold that.
Oh yeah, we have to do this now, especially for the streaming people. Oh, is it on?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's on.
Okay. So the sit-a-thon is like a walk-a-thon or a run-a-thon or a thon-a-thon. You can get sponsors, and I found it pretty easy last year. I just sent an email out to my group of friends and family who might be supportive, and said, you know, this is what this is. You can look at the KCC site. And I don't know, maybe a half a dozen of them gave some money. You know, some of them I nudged because I give to their thing every year. You know, like, hello, Douglas, for 6 years. So maybe you want to do this. And yeah, he was delighted. So think about it that way. And you can say, I'll sit 30 minutes, I'll sit an hour, whatever, you know. You can pick the amount of time, and they pick the amount of money. As I understand it, the easiest thing for KCC is if they want to donate, they go to the site, right, Linda, online, and donate online. And then if they put in the little comment box or something, this is, you know, to sponsor Jeff Gunn to sit. So then the people doing our books know what donations are coming for what, and that really helps figure out whether to do these things again, etc. So think about that, and it'd be really lovely if everybody gets at least 2 people to sponsor you, at least, you know, or what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 bucks a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the quality of your sit, Jeff.
No, it doesn't.
We'll have these little brain scan things. And if you fall asleep, no money.
You have to pay.
Yeah, right, then you pay. Oh, there was another part to it, though. Can't think of it. Maybe Linda knows, or that's probably good enough.
That's pretty good.
You know, you get the idea. But please get one or two people. Oh, I know somebody had a funny joke, like maybe they'll sponsor you to not sit. I don't know what that joke was, but sponsor you to shut up for a while. That was it. I'll sit and be quiet, and they might pay for that. My husband would do that. I gotta ask him. He'd think that was a funny joke. He did sponsor me last year. So.
We also have the Bodhisattva vow with Lama Michael on August 12th coming up. So that's teaching in the morning and the vow in the afternoon. So that's something to put on your calendar. If you have questions about that, we can talk about that. So maybe that's good enough.
Linda, anything else? Good enough. Oh, there is something. We have to ask our coordinator because there's things we don't know. I can't get this off of here. It probably comes, but they're getting very. We're trying to figure out mics, and another one might come back, but it made the AM radio come on, so we had to disable it.
So on September 16, out at the retreat land, there's going to be a camp out and movie night. So we're going to all gather. The young adult group is going to go out there for a camp out as well. But I haven't got the information, so I haven't been, the details to send it out yet. But you're the first to know publicly. Mm-hmm. So, it should be a whole lot of fun. So just might put that on your calendar. It's a Saturday, September 16th.
And one thing that I just remembered was there are all kinds of little housekeeping things that we'll need to figure out along the way. And along the way, we will need more people to do, to kind of divide up the tasks that we've lumped together in for the responsibility of the chant leaders who've also made tea for us and opened the doors and done half a dozen other things. And so usually you have to think, well, gee, do I want to sit down in front of people and start the chant? And that's a little bit intimidating for some people. So you don't actually have to do that. You can join that group and take part as a tea preparer or a variety of other things, just organizing the space. So you can talk to Jeff. Who else besides Jeff and
and Linda
three.
Grove is coordinating people who are saying, I want to do this, so we can get it a little more coordinated.
Yeah. And one other thing I noticed on housekeeping is that coming up the stairs, we have handrails, and those handrails actually need to be used. So using the stairs as a place to artistically park your shoes runs in an opposite direction from the ability of people to actually use the stairs. So keeping the area right at the bottom and top and along the stairs clear. So just those are the kinds of things that we notice.
Around the corner at the top of the stairs, you can enter the little cook room, which is where you want to put your shoes.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Any place you pick them up, you can take them up, stick them on a shelf there. Yeah. Right.
And I have one more announcement. The eclipse, if you it's a total eclipse, which is something very, very special. So one of our members is offering their property down near Aurora to go down there to experience the eclipse. And you can actually go down there and camp out on a Sunday evening so that you're already there and don't have to fight the hordes of traffic that's going to happen on Monday morning. So that's an option, and I don't know if that's on our website yet or not, but we'll be sending out more announcements on that. And if you're not on our community email list and want to be, please come see me. We'll get you there.
Thanks. That's also a fundraiser for KCC. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's good enough. Now, for those who don't know, restrooms in that back corner. There's some water and things in the back there, maybe. Not sure, but that's where it generally is. And we'll come back in a few minutes and